welcome to Part 2 course orientation session. Hello, good evening. I welcome you all to this session and thank you so much for joining today with us.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I can see my Part 1 students as well and some new students. So, hello everyone. So,
Hello.
for all the new students, myself, I'm Dr. Bhawna Khera. And yes, of course, you must be knowing me through my website, through the YouTube channel, or maybe from wherever you are. You have joined us, right? So here we go with our orientation session today. So why this orientation session? The purpose of orientation session is like to give you the overview of how the Part 2 exam is and how it is different from the Part 1 exam. And basically, the main purpose is like how we help you pass this exam and what is the shortcut to this exam, or is there any shortcut or not, right? So we are going to talk about it, and session will be completely open for your questions as well. I always prefer doing interactive sessions. So you can just let me know your questions in between as well. And of course, at the end, we will be definitely having a separate question answer time as well. But I don't mind if you just raise your hand and ask your question. You are always welcome to do so. So let's start our orientation for the part 2 today. I'm not going into the very much details of like what the syllabus, modules, books are. I mean, there are a lot of videos about it. I can also post you the same video, but the more is like, what is the strategy, right? Why the part 2? I mean, must have heard from the people like the part 2 is this, that, multiple things about it, right? So first of all, when you think about the part 2 exam, what comes to your mind? It's an open question for you all. So anybody would like to answer that? When you hear MRCOG part 2 exam, what comes to your mind? Yeah, anybody? Okay, great. Answering in the chat box. Vast syllabus, tough exam, tough and unpredictable. What more?
Difficult to clear.
Difficult to clear. Okay. Okay. So difficult to pass. Okay. Need 6 months time. Need 6 months time is something different. We'll talk about it, right? How much time we need requires extensive preparation, right? Great. So as it appears, most of you believe it as a roller coaster ride, right? So it's a roller coaster ride. So yes, vast information, volatile information. Yes, very good, right? So these are the challenges, right? These are the challenges. But we have to break that barrier of the challenges. So as we enter into the part 2 exam, what happens? We are excited, right? I'm coming from part 1 to part 2, so I'm excited that I have passed my part 1, or maybe I'll just pass my part 1 in 1 month, and then I'll land into the part 2. So I'm very much excited, but a lot of anxiety. Challenge of juggling responsibilities. We are always juggling between the different things. Sometimes our work, sometimes the patient is there, sometimes the kids, sometimes the family, husband. There are multiple things going around, and then we have to take out time for the study. Fear of failure and missing out. If we appear, whether I will pass or I will fail. So should I appear? Is this the right time to appear? Or if I don't appear, then I'm missing out something. I just wanted to do that degree. Always I wanted to do that. So I'm missing out on something. Then what are the correct resources? Am I studying the right things, or am I studying less? Or when I look at so many resources, I say it's an overwhelming, right? As you all mentioned in the chat box, that's the vast syllabus, ocean of syllabus. I feel like I'm drowning. Am I right? All these are the anxieties, all these are the fears as we think about the MRCOG part 2. Anything else you would like to add into it? Yes, costly and fear of failing steps from writing it with less preparation. Perfect. That's what I said. Fear of failure is always there, right? What if I fail? Should I go ahead or not? Anything else? Any you guys want to add here? Okay. So what if I say that I have a solution for all this? Welcome to your MRCOG Part 2 journey, transforming your roller coaster ride into the pleasant journey. Is it possible? Or I'm just giving you a flowery dreams? Is it possible? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes. Great. So we
After
have Mhm.
after after facing that the first part one question, it seems like it can have it is matlab it is possible.
Yeah, great, 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 great. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Nothing is impossible. See, many students have passed the MRCG part two, right? I have passed, many other have passed, right? Every year, every time, even if the people say the paper was tough, paper was unpredictable, paper was this, paper was that, have you ever heard that no student passed in the exam? No, you have never heard that, right? Always students pass. And what is the cutoff percentage? 62%, 65%, 66%, right? Cutoff is not 90%, 80% or something, right? So if you are prepared for 70% marks, you rock the exam. It is very much doable, and in one go. And I can tell you that many of my students have actually done this in 2 and 3 months also, right? So I don't say that you go ahead for 2 to 3 months, because then 2 months will be like you are on a firefighting mode, right? But it's a good time to start now. Start now so that you get well time to get accustomed to the syllabus, because part one preparation and part two preparation is quite different. So if you start on time, you will take some time to get accommodated to the part two syllabus in the part two exam pattern. But once you are accommodated, then so you can just go ahead and fly with your car, right? So turning the roller coaster ride into the smooth ride is the purpose why I am here talking to you. So my purpose of being here is to simplify your journey, provide you the structured guidance, and help you achieve success with our motto of 70% less study time. So, with guidance, with simplicity and clarity, three pillars with which we are going to guide you through this success. So, guidance, simplicity, and clarity. Now, many of you must be thinking, simplicity, does it go well with the part two exam? Because the question scenarios are complex, right? Many of you might have appeared before, or maybe your friends have appeared and you have listened from them that, oh my God, there are such a big scenarios, so much complex things happening around. But let me tell you, every question has a big chunk of distractors and a small chunk of a question rule, right? What I call it as a rule. In mathematics, we have formulas, right? When you look at the formula seems very simple, right? I tell you that this x plus y is equal to z. It seems very simple, right? Similarly, if I tell you that less than 5 centimeter ovarian cyst in a premenopausal woman, we don't have to do anything, right? We all know that. Very simple. Now in exam, they will add 10 spices to it, right? They will tell you that in a surgery, a surgeon was operating on the gallbladder, and then he could find an ovarian cyst, which looked like a simple cyst, and it was 4 centimeter. He was thinking what to do. Then he called up in gynecologist. You are the gynecologist on call. You are called into the scenario, and then you look at the notes. You find that the patient is 28-year-old, she is nulliparous, and this and that and that. So they'll give you a 10-line scenario. And what opinion you will give to that surgeon. Now, because you know that this question is based on that one line, that anything less than 5 centimeter ovarian cyst, plain ovarian cyst, we don't have to do anything. Now, if you can just separate out that one line from all the distractors, you are done. You know that one line. And I think all the students who are going into the exam, they know that one line. But what is the problem? They can't take out that one line from the complex system. So what is the key to this? The key to this is the more questions you prefer, The more questions you practice, the more you go into this brainstorming, the more you will be able to do this in the exam. Now, there are two ways of practice. One is you are doing on your own, and another is a guided practice. So most of the courses, what they deal with, they teach you guidelines, give you questions, let them go back and solve the questions. And another thing is they will just make the Telegram group, post the questions there, and then somebody is going to answer or something like that, right? What if we solve these questions in the interactive live session, right? Do you think it's going to make a difference? Because then it will be totally guided, right? Question is in front of screen. You are doing a brainstorming on it, and then you tell your answers according to the confusions, and the mentor is in front of you and he is guiding you why this is the answer and why this is not the answer. What are the distractors here and what is the actual rule here? How do you think? Is it going to work better or the other way around? Yeah, it's an open question for you all, right?
Better with instructor.
Yeah. So basically, if we solve questions in the live sessions, that works quite better. So that's the pattern what we follow, right? So we can teach you, we can give you the guidelines in the form of videos so that you can just go through that. And then when you come to the live session, we can focus constantly on the points which come in exam. So that what happens with that? We are focused only on the things which are repeatedly asked in the exam. So when you have to focus on the small part, see, if you heard about the 80-20 rule in the life, it's only the 20% things which matter for 80% of things in your life. Similar, that principle holds true for the syllabus as well. Syllabus is definitely an ocean, but that's the 20% of the syllabus which actually matters for your exam. So if you can focus, you can practice the questions based on those 20% syllabus, you are bound to pass. So the guidance, where is that 20%? Where I need to focus upon? Simplicity, how to simplify the complex scenarios and make it very simple to just point out the exact answer you want. Clarity, the clarity of concepts. Clarity of the concepts is very, very important for the part 2 exam. It's like you are sitting in your outdoor and the patients are coming one after another. If you do not have the clarity, then you will not be able to even solve the 100 questions. So guidance, simplicity, and clarity are the three motives around which our course is structured. And if at all you are reading on your own by your own, still try to simplify the things, make your clear concepts, and then apply them in the questions. Without question solving, part 2 exam is impossible, even if you learn each and every guideline by heart, right? Each and every line of guideline, even if you remember for the exam, but you have not practiced its application on the questions, it's not gonna work for the part 2 exam. Part 2 exam is only 40% is about the theory. Rest 60 to 70% is more about its applications in the question. So question solving is a skill which we need to learn for the part 2 success. Many of the students, you might have heard, they learned the guidelines by the heart, but they face the difficulty because they did not understand the applications. You can easily compare it with the maths formulas. You know the formulas, it's very easy to cram up the formulas, but unless and until you have practiced 10 questions for that formula, it's very difficult for the exam. Same is for the part 2. So if you go the right way, your journey is going to be something like this. This is the top scorer of RCOG. He got 76% marks in the July exam.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Chavi. I cleared part 2 MRCOG this July 2024, and tremendous credit goes to my mentor, Dr. Bhawna Khera ma'am. Her courses are exceptionally well strategized, and she has been taking systematic recalls, strategy questions, and she has immense amount of mentoring and concrete skills of mentoring, and she is exceptionally well in the tricky recalls, the tricky EMQs. The score that I have got is 76, which is actually huge and a lot more than I had expected, and I would give this tremendous credit to her. I would highly recommend you to go for it, and you will be able to achieve your mission in no time. Thank you very much.
Okay, so what we offer actually? So it's the tailored study plans. So what actually is focus on what matters most. Because when I say I have to reduce your study time by 70%, right? So how do I do that? First thing is I can focus you on what matters the most. Second is materials can be too comprehensive. So concise notes, concise videos, and the practice, the chosen practice questions, which go in alignment with your exam questions, right? It's very important because you may solve so many questions around, but that is not in tune with your exam questions. So that makes a big problem. So here the particularly chosen questions which align with your exam questions. Live discussions, as I told you, that we have live interactive sessions where we solve the questions. Recall-based learning. So as we go ahead, I'll tell you how we take up the recalls. It's not about just giving you the solved PDFs, right? So it's not about like, I'll give you the PDF, you study the recall. It's not about that, because that's not going to help. You must have heard people saying that there were no many recalls, only 20 questions from recalls, only 30 questions for recalls. It's true? No. They are, at least there is 60% of the paper is recalls. This time also, it was 60-70% recalls. But the thing is, they don't give the recall as it is. In part 1, you used to have the same question, right? You just got the anatomy question and the similar question appears in the exam. But in part 2, it's not like that. Part 2, they give you the exam scenarios, right? So when they give you the clinical scenarios, then in those scenarios, basically the scenario will be different, but the rule asked will be same, right? So if you can again pick up the basic rules, you can fix up your concepts, you see all around the recalls. But if you do not, you cannot do that, then you say that, oh my God, it's a new scenario. So therefore, just reading the PDFs, the solved PDFs provided is not the thing which is going to work. We need to discuss the recalls all around. Final preparation under the exam, like conditions, multiple mocks, almost 14 mocks, like module-wise mocks, full mock. So it's going to give you the exact exam-like practice, like how you solve in the exam. You have already done multiple times in your practice sessions. And then, of course, 24/7 support from the Telegram groups and everything. So what sets us apart? Accelerating learning system, maximize efficiency in study time. What does this mean? We all have a limited time, right? We are busy with our families. We are busy with our work. What if I say that in 30 minutes, if you study, you can gather about one guideline. You can be solid in one guideline in just 30 minutes. Do you feel it's time efficient, right? So the efficiency, how in a less time you get more information and exactly what is going to come in exam, right? You spend your 30 minutes and you can solve 2 exam questions. So that's how it should translate actually. So that is what we are focused on, that you spend less time, whatever time you spend for the study, that gets transformed directly into your exam questions accuracy. Nothing should go waste. Whatever time you are dedicating here, you can see its impact on your exam questions. So that is the accelerated learning. Real-time progress tracking, because with every topic, you have a worksheet. If I talk about male infertility, you have a male infertility worksheet. Now, when you solve, you know that in what topic you are lagging behind, right? It's not about modules. I'm not talking like complete module you are lagging of, that you will come to know. But it is also like you can get your topic wise assessment also tracked, right? So that you know why this topic is lagging behind. I need to work more on this topic. So you can just focus on there and you can track your improvements right then and there. Module-wise focus is, of course, there, tackle topics systematically with tested strategies. What does this mean, the module-wise focus? Now we know that we have guidelines, we have TOG articles, we have scientific impact papers, right? So now I say that I need to cover the guidelines, I need to cover the TOG articles, and I need to go for scientific impact papers as well. So if I start doing them one by one, then almost 76 guidelines are there. Nice guidelines are there, almost 10. Then you have TOG articles every 3 months, new added. SIPs are being added. So you will even take a 1 year to complete all these stuff. So what we have done is, can you please mute? Okay. So what you can do, what we have done is, we have actually structured this topic wise. So if I take the male infertility topic, I'll take a content from the NICE guideline. I'll take a content from the RCOG e-learning, and I'll take the talk articles related to it, and I will just mingle them up into a one clear, concise 30 minutes video, where if you go through, you will find information from all these 4 sources. And the most important is, then and there you will get the inference, which information to follow. Because many a times things are different. The NICE says something, the talk says something. So how I will answer the exam in the question in the exam. Dr. Maria says it's not clear for her. I think Dr. Maria, yeah, Dr. Anupama says it's clear. So is my voice clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, Dr. Maria, I think it's the network issue on your side. You can just log out and log in again, right? Because it's fine for everyone, right? I trust that's fine. Thank you. Thank you everyone for letting me know. So we are talking about, like, what I have done is all the topics or topic-wise videos have been created so that you are not confused which one to follow, right? And simultaneously in 30 minutes, you are covering one guideline, you are covering 2 talk articles of the male infertility. So 3-4 things you are covering in just 30 minutes, which you can never think of doing by just reading or going through the summaries even won't be possible. So like this, it is, the whole course is structured and it is divided into the small topics and topic-wise worksheets as well, so that you can just cover up the whole thing in a very short period of time with a focused approach. And by the end of the video, when you finish that, you know how to answer. And now, I don't say that you just know how to answer and it's finished. I say that after this, you do the questions. Now, the 30 questions are there for this particular topic. So for some particular topics, there may be 60, 90 questions as well, right? I'm just giving this number for the example point of view. So if there is a male infertility video, and then there are 30 questions about it, right? So now you have to apply these questions into these formulas which you got from your video into those questions. Now you start practicing. And when you start practicing, you come to know why this point is not like that, which madam told in the video. So is there some exception? Am I missing something? Then comes our 24/7 support, where you can ask us all the questions. And I'm really pleased to tell you that from this particular time, we are also adding the explanatory videos or explanations to these questions as well. Not just a big lengthy explanation, but how the step-by-step process of solving this question. So this is a new feature which we are adding, so that even if you are like reading at the 12 midnight and you feel that, okay, this question, why this so? Now you don't have to wait for the ma'am to wake up in the morning and answer you. You will get the explanation there, right? So most of your queries can be solved then and there. Only the few queries which you really feel that, yes, I should ask and there, you are always welcome to do so. So we are even trying to restrict that time so that you can study as per your convenience and you get immediate answers as if the mentor is always with you. So this is one of the new feature which we are going to introduce from this session. Right now there are written explanations in it, but they are like the total thing about that question. But now we are just adding the explanations like how the step-by-step process we have solved this. We are also trying to add the video explanations so that you can just switch on the video and see the explanations as well as if I'm talking to you. So that will also reduce the time of getting your answers. And this is particularly important as you come near the exam. Because at that time, like everybody is very impatient. Every student wants the answers to be with them as quickly as possible. So that will be particularly helping you at that time of course. So we are constantly working on improving your experience, reducing your study time further, and giving you independence to study at your own time. So this is how we are going to work in our course. Secondly, we are introducing the community as well, in which you will have recalls arranged subject-wise, module-wise, as well as year-wise, right? Sometimes you prefer to solve it module-wise, particularly when you are reading modules. Then you want to solve the recalls module-wise. So in that case, you can just pick up the recalls from their module-wise and solve them. And finally, when you have covered all the modules, you may like to attempt them in a mixed way so that you know that you have covered the recalls from all the years. Then you can just pick up the year-wise recalls. So either way, and of course, with proper references and the explanations. So that's again going to be a very new feature. These are the two new features which we are introducing in this session to further reduce your study time and reduce the time the way you get responses from your mentors. Now, how to manage to finish topic daily with household course and job? It's getting difficult for me to just finish one topic daily. Yes. So, can you spare 1 hour daily? How many of you are ready to spend 1 hour daily for your studies for part 2 exam in next 3 months? That's a question from my side. How many of you would like to easily spare 1 hour study time for next 3 months? Yes, I can see so many ready, so many yes, so many yes. It's manageable. So that's what I just want from you. For next 3 months, give 1 hour study to your these topics, right? Yes, of course, when you come near the exam, you will require more time. But for next 3 months, we are okay with one hour as well, right? And as we are working on it, probably in next 2 months, so you will require further less time. If we make notes with your PDF, I don't think that you will be able to make the notes from that because PDFs are already in the table form, in the chart form, in the algorithm form. Those who have already seen the things on the website, they can better comment on it. How do you find the PDFs? Anybody here who has gone through the content of the website? Anybody here who has gone through the PDFs? Yes. Yeah, Dr. Anupma, can you just unmute and speak? How do you find the PDF?
Ma'am, actually I started seeing the video, but initially I was not able to find the PDF. Then after that, when I opened the video, below the video, there was a file.
So when you open the file, what you felt? These PDF can be further concised or they are like, okay, they are good enough concised?
Yeah, they are the concised versions. I have not gone through the entire thing, ma'am. I just went through one of them. But yeah, I felt them to be concised, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Dr. Soumya, would you like to tell something?
Hello, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
The videos are very crisp, ma'am. It's very crisp and to the point. There is nothing we can cut short from the slides. So it's already a notes made prepared for us.
Yeah, so we don't have to actually make the notes, right? That's what we
Yes.
are
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. So that's why I don't tell you to make the notes. Rather, spend that time in solving the questions, right? I would just what help I want from you is just view the video and spend your time in solving the question. Because the more questions you solve, the more accustomed you become for the exam. Don't waste your time too much on the reading or too much on writing or something. Do the questions. So that's why I'm saying I don't want you to study for long hours. I just want you to solve the questions, which you can solve while on your work as well, right? Because there is an app also, and you can access through that app on your mobile also. You're sitting in your outdoor, you find 10 minutes gap in between your patients, right? So you can solve 2 or 3 questions, whatever you find time. Again, you go and see the patient. Meanwhile, you have a time, you can just do that, right? And which app? It's the Kajabi app. Yeah. Questions from the website, ma'am, and from books. No books to be followed while you are with us, right? Already we have included the questions. Questions from the websites are from the books are already on the website, right? So you don't have to go anywhere beyond anywhere beyond the website. All the recalls are on the website. All the books are on the website. So everything is on the website. I'll just text the name of the app here so that you all can know. You all can just download this app from the Play Store and you can use the same credentials to log in as you use on your website, your same user ID and your same password. And you will find your courses in the My Library section in the app as well, right? So same kind of thing you can get there. You can solve the questions on the app also. Yes, thank you so much. Many guidelines are updated. How to read them? We keep on updating the content as and when the guideline is required. Okay, so that's not at all an issue for you. You don't have to go anywhere and look for any guideline, right? So it's constantly updated whenever it is there. Of course, but like whatever guidelines came up after August last year, they are not updated right now because they were not important for the January exam. We did not wanted the students to go about with that because strategy or the RCOG e-learning has not updated those in their content. So we keep on checking, like we give you the best content from where you have to answer the questions because your final destination is to pass the exam, right? So how to answer the questions, what information you need to answer the questions is the main target. So that way we keep on changing the things to make you more focused toward your pass and achieve your target. Where to read, website or app? Both have same content, both have same course. They are just the 2 ways of assessing it, right? They are just the 2 ways of going to the same destination. So if you go through the website, a website link, that's fine. If you go through the app, it's fine. Yes, Kajabi app is available on iPhone, on the Android, everywhere, right? You can just download that. Yeah. Kajabi, Kajabi, the same platform, the same website we are using. That's the app name as well, right? So this is how we are doing. So your path to success is clear roadmap for the next few months. Reduction in study time stress. I don't want to be there in 5 Telegram groups every day evening. I'm not looking for that. Like people, when they join, they ask me, do you have a separate recall group? Do you have a separate book group? No. I've included everything for you on your website only in a very structured way, right? So that you don't have to run, okay, oh, it's 5 o'clock in the evening, I should join the Telegram group. Oh my God, I missed the discussion. So shall I read it later? No. Big no, right? So everything you can just find it there. And when I start any particular schedule, I tell you what to do today, what to do tomorrow. Okay, so like this, it's there. And once, if you can follow it daily, it's fine. Otherwise, if you don't have a time daily, you can sit on the Sunday and spend 5-6 hours and just do that. So that's totally your choice. Dr. Anupma, yeah, I'll just, I think I don't have a website to her right now, but I'll post it for you on the course group. I'll post it. I'll also post it in the Telegram free group. Those who are there, they can just go through that. Consistent progress and motivation and the higher probability of passing in one go, right? So that's it. Okay. So now just a word about the exam format, because many students are there who are just jumping from the part 1 onto the part 2. So what's the difference between the part 1 and part 2? In part 2, we have again 2 papers and 100 questions each, but there are a different type of questions here. We have single best answers, which are 50 single best answers and 50 extended matching questions. What is extended matching questions? They're a big scenario of 5 to 6 or 10 line scenarios there, and there are 20 options, right? In your SBS, you have 5 options. If you have a fair idea of something, you can just cut off the options which are not true. And finally, usually you are left with 2 options. And in those 2, you can pick up 1 option. This is usually how we solve SBS. But in EMQ, there are 20 options. And when you see those options, you will see that, oh my God, this also feels right. This also feels right. So how to go about it, right? So very important is fix your rule. Fix your answer. And then just go and look where is that answer and tick it. So extended matching questions is the main horror of the part 2 exam movie, right? This is the main thing where actually the students face the problem. And when they calculate the final marks, although the questions are 50 SBA and 50 EMQs, but the weightage is 40% for the SBS and 60% for the EMQs, right? So you see that how important the EMQs are. So that is the one thing which makes it different. But we have to handle it that as well. Now this is sneak peek into our portal, right? This is the sneak peek, how the things are arranged. Now you see that I'm just showing you the picture of early pregnancy module, how this will look like on your dashboard. So you see that this is early pregnancy module video session 1. So in this video, I've talked about the miscarriage and the management options. And here there is, please find the PDF of this video session. So there is a Google Drive link where you can click and get access to that particular PDF. Now in this PDF, the complete NICE guideline of the miscarriage, then pregnancy of unknown location talk articles. So all this have been compiled into this, right? So now this video, which will be almost 20-25 minutes video, and this will help you in solving all questions about the miscarriage, and the pregnancy of unknown location. So these will be covered in this particular thing. Now you listen to this video. You have a quiz here, right? The quiz is the worksheet based on the questions, whatever rules we have discussed in this particular videos, the questions are based on this particular thing, right? So once you have listened to the video, you go through the worksheet and you can fix your rules then and there. Wherever you find the problem, you can just let me know. And here is going to be coming the new feature of getting the explanations also then and there. Then there is the early pregnancy video session 2. This we have talked about the ectopic pregnancy evaluation and management. This video is totally based in next 20 minutes. You are going to cover ectopic pregnancy. Now we have 2 main sources of ectopic pregnancy. One is content from the NICE guideline, and there is a green top guideline as well for the ectopic pregnancy. And there are discrepancies. NICE guideline says something, and the GTG says something. And there is RCOG e-learning, which also gives a different story. So all this has been mingled up and created a clear picture for you to follow in this particular video. You see there is a quiz, right? Early pregnancy quiz. Like this, I've divided this module into the topics. And then after that, Every session there is a quiz. So talks, yes. Just whatever older talks are there, whatever older talks, like there are talks which were very important always, like male infertility talks. Then you have a trick injury talk, nerve damage, nerve injuries, abdominal incisions. They are covered nowhere but are covered in the talks. They are older talks, maybe the talks from 2013, 2015. So I've included them topic wise along with the guidelines here as well. The newer talks, the last 3 years which you have to read, there is a separate talk library which you get access to as you get the course enrolled. It's a 1-year complimentary access for you all, and you will find all the summaries of the talks and all the solved CPD questions, SBA questions of the talks also there. Articles also, as I say that this content will help you in solving the questions. So my purpose is not that you go and read the complete content from the talk articles and everything, because I don't believe that this 100% things are anyone can just remember. So that's why I have created this 20% content out of that. I've compressed that 100% into 20% so that you can repeatedly go through this, focus on this, and pass your exam. Right? Topics are 100%, but in a compressed form, right? We don't prefer that you go and read complete articles. Okay, so that's how the portal is. I think Dr. Nukma, you got a bit of the idea, right? How it is? What all you want to look at?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, good. So like this, you will find arranged all the modules in the website. And then there are recall worksheets where the recalls are arranged year-wise as well. Okay, so this is something about she wants, but again, I don't know whether it is audible or not.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Samantha Mascarenas, and I'm pleased to announce that with the grace of God and the support of Dr. Bhawna Khera, my wonderful parents, and my awesome study partners, Dr. Pooja and Dr. Nisha, I have successfully cleared the MRCOG Part 2 examination. I would like to emphasize what I enjoyed most about studying with Bhawna ma'am. Not only is she absolutely up to date with the syllabus, but she also pays keen attention to strategy questions when she teaches. I mastered the art of solving EMQs with her help and her beautifully structured website with an easy user interface, which were key in my journey.
So this is how the live sessions, the video sessions are. You can see the small algorithms or the tables here, right? So this is how it is. The PDFs are created. This is one of the slide of the PDF to show you that how the easy way the algorithms and the charts are created. Abnormal semen analysis, repeat after 3 months. If there is a abnormal semen analysis, repeat semen analysis after 3 months. While if there is a gross spermatozoa deficiency, there is azoospermia or there is severe oligozoospermia, then repeat it as soon as possible. So absolutely correct. It's an absolutely correct answer. So basically we have to do the wedge biopsy. Why we have chosen this? Because right now on examination, it seems that it is a vulval carcinoma, but we haven't done any histopathology. Unless and until we prove this on the histopathology, we can't say that this is carcinoma, and by that time we cannot even stage and we cannot plan a further treatment.
While cracking EMQ, I was not at all confused between two options. I was very clear with one answer. So I would really like to thank Dr. Bhawna.
This is how the schedule will look like, right? This is a picture of old schedule, but this is how the schedule will be given to you all. So now you see that almost 10 days are dedicated to one module, right? So these early days are for the subfertility video sessions. So as the schedule starts from any particular day, I'll put up a day-to-day activity in the course group. So these days are assigned as like on 20th, you have to go through video session 1. On 21st, you have to solve the worksheet. 22nd, you have to go through the video session 2. 23, you have to do the worksheet. Like this, the things are given. And finally, after you have gone through all the video sessions, we meet in the live session. In live session, I talk about all the important points of that particular guideline, which is asked in the exam, and we solve all the RCOG e-learning questions then and there in the live session. And there are further 2 days for the worksheets. So whatever questions you have not covered, or if you want to do those worksheets again, do a repeat practice again. And these are the 2 days where you can solve all your questions again in this. So like this, we are going to cover one after another all the modules. So this is how the busy gynecologists who are like IVF specialists, lot of work around. She was saying in her video like how this has helped to read in 70% less study time, particularly suitable for the busy gynecologist.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Lavanya from Hyderabad. I have been taking coaching for part 2 with Dr. Bhawna ma'am. So the courses are very simple and all the teachings are well structured. The highlight of the course is that it is very useful for the busy practitioners like me. So I was initially skeptical to take this course because I was busy with managing professionally and personally. So ma'am's classes and all her videos are very well structured, and at the end of the day I could take some time to listen to all her lectures. This is what I felt very good in the course structure, and in all the live sessions she's able to interact one-to-one, and she was available till the exam 24/7, and madam clears all the doubts, and very happy with the course and looking forward to continue the part 3 journey. Thank you, Bhawna ma'am. Without you, part 2 passing wouldn't have been successful for me. Thank you so much.
This Dr. Lavanya, she appeared in next 3 months in the part 3 as well, in our November exam with us only, and now she has completed her MRCOG, right? So that's how we go about, and that's what the success means with the MRCOG courses. Learning is fun, right? It's not going to be that tough. You made things as easy and concise and crisp, and it is fun and it's doable. That's what our candidates say. This is another candidate who has appeared previously by other courses. And when she joined, she said that, madam, I feel like vomiting when I see the guidelines because I've gone through so many times and now I don't know what to do now. So they just make me nauseated. But somebody told me, my friend told me that your course is not like that. And she just joined 2 months before the exam. She was like, ma'am, this is my last attempt. If I can do this, I'll do. Otherwise, I'll just leave it. Because I cannot look at the guidelines. Because you are saying that I don't have to look at the guidelines and I'll do the exam. So she just came up. And again, she did her part 2 and then part 3 as well. And now she's with her convocation camp. It's not at all that it's not possible. Now, this is the core structure, how we go about. 3 months, we cover all the modules. In next 3 months, we will be covering all modules. February, March, April, by and start of May, all modules will be covered. After this, the next step is revision and recalls. We do the revision and we do module-wise recalls in next 1.5 months. Dr. Soumya, your question, how we do module-wise recalls? This is the answer to that question. We do module-wise recalls in the live sessions in 1.5 months, right? Simultaneously, when we do this module-wise recalls, you get mock tests also, which are also based on the exam-like questions from the recalls, from the RCOG sources. So mock tests are given. And before you go to the exam, you have an EMQ workshop, which lasts for almost 10 hours of intensive EMQ practice to give you the final edge for this important main horror part of the part 2 exam, to just remove all your fright and the horror from the mind. And then finally, as we move to the exam, we have a January 2025 recall session. Whenever, whatever batch it is, we take the last recalls in the live session extra. Although we have already covered all the recalls in the previous live sessions, which run throughout the 1.5 month. So in last 2 months, it's a very intensive preparation, totally focused for your exam success. So everything is included in one course. You don't have to go pay extra for all the different steps. Everything is included in your one fee, and that too with the excess till pass. Because your success is my commitment if you are enrolling with me. So if you are enrolling, I provide you everything, whatever you need to pass. I don't believe that I charge you extra because if you have to pass, you have to do all these steps, right? If I give you one step, I don't give you second and third, then it's not going to work for you. So my commitment is to make you pass. So if at all any person is not able to pass in 6 months, still that person is going to stay with us and going to read, because we are committed towards your success. Here is another candidate saying that she has covered all her guidelines, just like anything, but she could not do. And then she came to know about our course. She came to us, and she has done everything like with us for 5 months, and she could just pass. And she is also now MRCOG. So as she says that everything is there, but it is in a very simple, concise way, and without spending any extra money, everything is available. This is the EMQ workshop, how it goes about. Another candidate, she also passed in July. And what she says is, all I did was listen to videos and solve questions multiple times. That's all. Many of the students have passed the exam without reading the guidelines, right? I did not go through any guideline or anything. I specifically added this here. You did not go through any guideline or anything. All I did was listen to videos and solve questions. And this is not the one review like this. I can show you many. And again, she has also cleared July part 2, and then she did her November part 3, and she is over. She has done her MRCOG. Yes, strategy and RCOG learning is same. RCOG learning is the new name of strategy. So that is recommended for all those who want to clear the exams easily in the less time. So join the journey to success. This is another review from the superstar. Maybe you must be thinking only girls are studying, and what about the boys? Do they have a different mindset? No, they are also looking for the same things. They want the things to be very easy. So the timetable and the course schedule is so perfect that we can study without hampering our duty, and you will do it in less than 70% study time. It's not me I'm saying, it's my students who are saying about this. So it's an invitation, to join, a call to craft, and of course the unlimited access till you pass. Now it's open for your questions. Can I help you with anything else today? There was a question in the chat box which I would like to answer here is, where will we get the schedule? So the schedule will be updated on your website. New batch, new classes are starting from 29th January. Before that, new schedule will be updated on your website. It will be also posted in your course Telegram group. And day-to-day schedule, what you have to do each day will be posted weekly in your Telegram group, right? And we give you schedule for the next 3 months in one go for the complete modules, so that you can schedule your duties and try to attend the live sessions, because they are going to be totally interactive. And you can do the live brainstorming with me. If at all you miss your live sessions, no worries. Recordings are uploaded on the website within next 24 hours. So you can just go there and review it in the website. Which we have to follow there is only one group where you are added. That's only, right? That's the one group where you are added. We don't have multiple groups. Daily schedule, 29th January, we are going to kickstart our sessions for part 2. Yeah. Any questions from anyone? It's open. You can unmute, speak, and ask your questions. Anything? Fine, I've already answered all the questions in the chat box. Anything you guys want to know? What if I can't pass in 1 year? No issues. I don't think students usually pass, but we have commitment till you pass. So that's not at all an issue.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am,
Sorry.
I have a question. Ma'am, I
Mhm.
took the subscription for your course in July 2024, but I did not appear for this January session. I'll be appearing in the coming July session. So, ma'am, the videos that are there in the website, are they going to remain the same, or are you going to update those? Like, what I mean to ask
Everything will
is,
be updated. Everything will be updated.
so no, ma'am, the videos already present in the website that were posted earlier. So should I start reading from them,
Yes,
or
yes, because the guidelines which are same, they will not be changed, right? The
okay.
ones who need to be changed, they will be changed. So as you move on to that particular module, like subfertility, when I start, if I'm updating, I'll let you know, and you will just go to the new ones.
Okay, thank you.
So everything will be updated for you. It doesn't. It's just not like that you joined in the July, so you will not be updated. Everybody will receive the same content.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, great. Thank you. You are always motivating. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Divya. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Datta. Dr. Hassan. I'm looking forward to see you now in the next part. How to pay for the exam, ma'am? For the course or for the exam? Your question is for the course or exam? Exam. Okay, for the exam, when you will get there is an expression of interest form which you need to fill in the MRCOG Part 2 course RCOG website. And there you have to fill expression of interest. And as you fill, you will get the booking link. Which payment card, any credit card will work. Debit cards usually do not work. Sometimes they may work, but credit cards work, particularly the Visa and the MasterCard. And you should have an international access. And it's better if you have done already some kind of international transactions with those cards. Then it works. So you can go in. How to get to know why we are not passing exam, where is our flaw, how to find out my exam went very much well, but don't know why you shouldn't pass. So normally after this exam, when the result appears, you get a report from the RCOG. That gives you a good idea of about like where you are lagging behind. Yeah, you can appear for the you can fill your AOT form anytime you want. Once that is done, that remains forever. This time they have increased the fee. They have not increased the fee. Sorry to say, it's the problem of our government. They have added 18% GST. So, so therefore, that's the main problem, right? So that's the problem with the India, that 18% GST has been added. And this was this time also, not just the next time. Okay, there are any more questions? And Dr. Payal, then it is very good if you are just lagging with the SBA, then it is very easy to cover. We'll be solving all the SBAs. And I think this time, whatever SBAs we have solved, in one paper out of 50, 35 questions were there from those SBAs. And in another paper, almost 20 SBAs were from there. So out of 150, 60, we have already done exactly what appeared in the exam. So that's very good. Yes, start reading from the subfertility. You can start with the subfertility. You can start from the early pregnancy. No, there will be not a live discussion on 29th. From 29th, we are starting our schedule, right? So as I said, first time for video sessions, then your worksheets and all this is there. You can also do, those who have already enrolled, they can also do that. They can go through the TOG library, because later on you don't get much time to go through the TOG library. So you can utilize this week for your TOG library as well. Right? Okay. Any more questions?
What is the course fee?
Course fee is INR 39,999, means INR 40,000 almost.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the barcode. If you just want to, you can just do this, scan this, and this will take you to the our website, where you can file the trial as well as the full course link. So you can also take the 5-day trial and then decide whatever you want to go ahead. So 5 days free trial is also available. Okay, do we need to read up the topic before live session, ma'am? Yes. You have to go through the videos, whatever I have posted before coming to live session to get the maximum benefit of the live session. Give us the view of the website. I'll share that view on your emails because you got this link, so we have your emails. So I'll just share you that. And what I suggest is better go and take the trial. You have 5 days to completely go through all the content. You can also do that, and we'll certainly share that website tour video to all of you on your emails. Fine. Okay, so finally, stop saying I wish and start saying I will, right? Now it's not a wish. Now it's you will do it now, right? And soon you will be with your MRCOG convocation cap.
Thank you,
Have
ma'am.
love
Thank
to
you
see
so much,
all of you
ma'am.
there. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you
night, ma'am.
everyone
Thank
for
you.
joining. If you want to connect with me, then this is the phone number, and of course this is the website and email. You can just take the screenshot and you can always connect, right? Okay, bye-bye. It was nice meeting you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.